We have got an exciting second half of a doubleheader for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the men's portion between Dominican and Chestnut Hill. The Griffins looking for their first conference win of the season against a top-flight Dominican team. Here on the road, they are 6-1 in the CACC, and they're looking to extend against the Chestnut Hill team that has gone to overtime in 2 of their last 3 contests. I'm Corey Cohen with you for the broadcast. We will take a break for the lineups for the national anthem, and then we'll come back with all the action from this contest here from Sorgente Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Don't go anywhere, folks. The second half of our doubleheader here live from Philly coming up right after this. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chestnut Hill College Men for the second half of today's semi-conference doubleheader between the Dominican College Chargers and your Chestnut Hill College Griffins. Here are the starting lineups for the game. First for Dominican, the 6'2" sophomore from Springfield, Massachusetts, number 2, Charlie Garcia. The 6'2" sophomore from Baldwin, New York, number 13, DJ Rodwell. The 6'2" sophomore from
The national anthem was played before the women's game, so not having it a second time here. But that means that we are just about ready for the action here from Sorgente Arena in Philadelphia. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Corey Cohen with you for tip-off. The starters for Chestnut Hill: Demetrius Isaac, Tony Toplin Jr., Dexter Thompson, LeBron All, and Chris Evans. Chestnut Hill heading from the left side of your screen to the right, wearing the home white uniforms for the Dominican Chargers, as we see the first basket of the game good for Demetrius Isaac. For Dominican, they are wearing red. The starters are Jonathan Garcia, DJ Rodwell, Daniel Grant, Seyon Charles, and E.J. Smith. Pass across the court. The extra pass now to Rodwell. The extra pass again, and this time the finish coming from Seyon Charles, the first points of the game for the Chargers. So Dominican entering this game 12-4 overall, 6-1 in the CACC. That shot misses the offensive board, and the finish coming from Chris Evans. Chestnut Hill with a couple nice possessions to start things off. Garcia driving, loses his dribble, and some carelessness there from DJ Rodwell, the sophomore out of Baldwin, New York. Could not hold on to the ball. Ball on the baseline. Toplin is driving, passes out. Evans, the pull-up J from the free throw line, out of bounds off the top of the backboard. The pass out for three. Off the rim. Rebound collected by Demetrius Isaac. The three from the big fella. Drains it. Chris Evans from downtown. Now Garcia in the lane. Misses, and the rebound corralled by Evans. Evans, a senior from Norristown. Now on the baseline with Toplin. An offensive foul called against the Griffins. Here's DJ Rodwell, tied for the team leader in points with the man with the ball now, Daniel Grant, who was tipped on that shot. Both of them averaging 15.5 points per game. Grant has a slight edge in assists and rebounds. And that basket good for Demetrius Isaac, senior from right here in Philadelphia, went to William Penn Charter. Isaac, the leading scorer for Chestnut Hill, just over 18.5 points per game, along with the team leader in assists. Ball now with Grant. Some fancy dribble moves, and the step back jumper good for Daniel Grant. Ball now with All. Toplin Jr. underneath. Evans finishes. Chris Evans with a red-hot start to the game. 7 of the 11 points thus far for Chestnut Hill, coming from Chris Evans. The drive, the layup is no good, corralled by Toplin Jr. 2-on-3, foul on the shot, and that'll send Demetrius Isaac to the line. Foul called against Garcia. The only player from Dominican, not from the New York tri-state area, Dominican College, right on the Hudson River, almost all the players from New York. We've got 1 from Connecticut, 2 from New Jersey. But Jonathan Garcia out of Springfield, Massachusetts, still not too far. The only player out of that local tri-state area. Whole lot of talent up there in New York, but a whole lot of talent down here in Philly and South Jersey. That shot good. A 3 from DJ Rodwell makes this a 13-7 game. After a hot start from Chestnut Hill. Back to Evans, nearly a steal. Evans is going to drive, loses it, Last touch off of Dominican. It will stay with the Griffins. The ball flies out. Again, it'll stay with the Griffins. Surprised there's no foul. Ref's letting him play, though. And now a 30-second timeout called with the score at 13-7. That's a timeout called by Chestnut Hill, by the way. We'll take a quick break with a quick ad from one of our sponsors. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching Chestnut Hill versus Dominican early on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the game, Chestnut Hill College invites you to the official restaurant of Griffin Nation. Just take a short trip down Germantown Pike for plenty of good food, drink, and fun at Brinningham's Pub in Lafayette Hill.
Back in action here. 13-7 is the score. Nearly 5 minutes into this contest, we'll see a baseline inbound coming up for the Griffins. Demetrius Isaac will take it. Isaac inbound to Laban All. All goes up, passes out for three. Off the back iron. Rebound. Really, two guys came down with it, both on the Chargers. It'll go on the stat sheet to Sayon Charles. Grant. Under 15 minutes remaining in the opening half now. Grant pass out. Rodwell. All over. Charge called on DJ Rodwell. That's his first, and he had some defenders all over him. Drove the lane. And that's called as an offensive foul. Still a 13-7 lead, Chestnut Hill on top. Tomplin out to All, who drives in, and he is fouled. It's called against Rodwell, his second foul at about 20 seconds. Now checking into the game for Dominican is Tyjon Gilmore, freshman out of New York. Deep two, off the iron, and corralled by Sayon Charles. Here's Grant. Tied as the leading scorer for three, drains it. Daniel Grant. Sophomore from Middletown, New York. Now the layup, foul, offensive foul called against Cartier Talford. 13-10 is the score. Underneath, it's deflected and stolen by Chestnut Hill. Here's Talford. A foul called against Sayon Charles off the ball. We've called him for the hold. And that's the fourth team foul already. Evans checking back in. 6'7", 280-pound senior out of Norristown. Dexter Thompson also coming back in. The inbound play is stolen. Richardson came away with it. Now on the other end, a block! Huge defensive play from Dexter Thompson. And it will stay with Dominican, but Thompson interrupting an easy 2 points. Pass to Charles, now ball with Grant. Grant, the pull-up J, makes it! And a foul could have been called on him. He's questioning why there wasn't an and-one foul there. But Grant having one heck of a game thus far. Already with 7 points of his team's 12. Foul called. That's against Ian Gardner. Gardner, top player off the bench, 13.1 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game. He is third in both categories. Points, he's behind Grant and Rodwell. Rebounds, he's behind Charles and Grant. That shot misses from Talford. Just a 1-point game after a hot start from the Griffins. The jumper from Grant. An air ball, a lot of contact there, and Coach Clinton over on the Dominican bench not too happy with that one. The pass out, stolen away. Daniel Grant with a big defensive play. Garcia, the jumper, falls off the rim. Here's Talford, junior from Reading, under 12 minutes to play in the opening half. Evans, top of the arc. Out of bounds, last touch off of Dexter Thompson. It's Dominican ball, and Jaleel Hatcher checks in, freshman from North Jersey. So here's Grant. Now Gardner. Grant underneath the basket, the reverse. No good, gets his own board though. Fresh shot clock, a quick three off the rim, another offensive rebound. This time it's Jaleel Hatcher who finishes. .11:08 in the first half. The jumper off the back iron, rebound corralled by Grant. Dominican now with their first lead of the contest. They're up 14-13. Gardner calls for a screen, takes a three from the top of the arc. A little too strong. Ten and a half minutes remaining. Underneath to Evans. Drives the baseline. He's fouled, and Chris Evans will head to the line to shoot two. That's the 6th team foul, which means the next one puts Chestnut Hill into the bonus. We'll send them to the line. Just 2 team fouls against the Griffins. So they're playing responsible basketball here. LeBon All back into the game. 11 on the shot clock. Gardner, a deep 2. Off the iron and collected by Roman Letterlow. Foul called against Hatcher, and that is the 7th team foul against the Chargers. That puts Chestnut Hill into the bonus. And now all will head to the line for a 1-and-1. E.J. Smith comes back into the game for Dominican, and now Billy Miller, the 6th, in for Chestnut Hill. All for the 2nd free throw, and he makes them both. So a little run here for Chestnut Hill, puts them up by 3 after losing the lead. Grant. Underneath. Last touch. Looked like it was off of Gardner, but apparently the last touch was off of Letterlow. It will stay with Dominican. The inbound to Gilmore. Quick 3. Deep 3. Does not fall. And yet again, it will stay with the Chargers. Nice move there from Grant to create space. Does not finish on the jump shot. Here's All. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the half. A steal, but Gilmore stepped out of bounds. Looking to keep it in play. Will stay on this end of the court. And the inbound to All. Double teamed. Miller now in the key. The shot from Evans does not fall, the unfriendly roll. Grant picks it up. 8:40 to go in the half. Grant over to Gilmore. Now in the post with Donnell Hill. Out to Gilmore. He drains it for 3. This game is tied up at 17 apiece. All. The pass to Evans. It's on the ground and picked up by Grant. Hurrying up, 3-on-3 basketball here. The pass out for 3. That's off the rim and now off the backboard. It'll be a new possession for Chestnut Hill. Substitution now, Seyon Charles re-enters the game for Donnell Hill, freshman out of Staten Island. Underneath, Evans finishes. He was red hot at the start of the game, cold the last few minutes, but a big basket there. Chestnut Hill retakes the lead. Grant, one-hand pass into Charles, who makes the jumper. Tied yet again at 19 apiece. This is a big performance for Chestnut Hill. When you look at the records, Dominican 12-4, 6-1 in conference. Chestnut Hill is 1-14, 0-8 in conference. And the basket good, and the foul. Demetrius Isaac with a chance to make this a three-point play. Demetrius Isaac already with 8 points, chance to make it 9. And he does. Leading scorer for the Griffins already has about half his season average per game. And a timeout called on the floor by Dominican. We will take a quick break. And we'll be right back with more action here between Chestnut Hill and Dominican.
Being a Griffin means playing for the love of the game in a community that supports you every step of the way, from opening tip to the playoff push. At Chestnut Hill College, an NCAA Division II institution, where the values of sportsmanship, service, and resourcefulness are at the forefront of our athletic programming. We truly know and fully embrace what it means to be a student athlete. As a student athlete on one of our 20 intercollegiate athletic teams, you'll be valued as a unique individual by our faculty and coaching staff, who are here to help you pursue your athletic passions while working towards your degree. For more information, please visit www.chc.edu or www.griffinathletics.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in this opening half. Underneath, a travel call goes against Farouk Brima. He's a junior out of Brooklyn, one of the two 6'8" centers that the Chargers have, Donnell Hill and Brima. Brima's got a little bit more weight on him. Evans for three from the wing. Rattles in. 25-19. Chestnut Hill looking good for a team that has not won in the CACC this year against one of the top teams in the conference. Gardner, the friendly roll, and it falls. Back to our 4-point game. Evans being guarded by Brima, can't finish, and Evans with his foot stepped out of bounds when he caught that one. So E.J. Smith will inbound for Dominican. Grant, the pull-up J, looks like it was tipped, but the second chance, well, there's a foul on Brima. He could not get it to drop. But now Farouk Brima will head to the line to shoot two. Misses the first. Little full court pressure here coming from the Chargers. All is fouled by Gardner, who makes a show of things after. And it looked like Coach Clinton was preparing to sub him out, and Gardner motioned to his coach, let me stay in. But regardless, he's going to sub out. He's unhappy about it. E.J. Smith back in. And another 1-and-1 here. All makes the first for the right to shoot a second. Makes them both. Four points now for All, junior out of Manassas, Virginia, studying digital forensics. Foul on the shot. Tyjon Gilmore will now head to the charity stripe to shoot two. Just under 5.5 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Very productive half for Chestnut Hill. Now the Griffins have gone to overtime 2 of their last 3 games, as Gilmore makes the first. Their most recent game was on Saturday against Nyack. They lost by 2 in overtime. The go-ahead shot was with 8 seconds left. But an incredibly close game there. And again, that was their second game in 3 contests going to overtime. The Griffins have come incredibly close to getting their first win in conference, their second win of the season. They just have not been able to make it all the way to the promised land. The jumper from Talford misses. And a foul. Now with Smith, the extra pass and the finish from Brimma. It's a 1-point lead for Chestnut Hill, under 5 minutes to play in the opening half. A travel called. Demetrius Isaac is saying that he lost his dribble, moved 1 foot, but when he moved that second foot, as he was sort of slipping, that's what made it a turnover. So Dominican with the chance to retake the lead. Chestnut Hill started out with a run. The Chargers came back. The Griffins retook the lead. What can Dominican do here? Garcia. The travel call goes against Jonathan Garcia. So travel calls on both ends. And now it's a Chestnut Hill possession. Talford breaks the press. Ball now with Tomplin Jr. Driving the baseline underneath. Makes the contested hook. The 3 just misses from Gilmore. Isaac puts his head down, can't score. The cherry pick down the court, Daniel Grant. Not quite a dunk, but 2 points nonetheless. This is back to a 1-point game. Daniel Grant with 9 points. Again, he averages 18.6 a game. Pull-up Jay from the line is no good. Brimma with the board. Gilmore lost it, but nobody was there. 2:35 to play in the half. Smith, 2 defenders, and he is fouled. Smith now, the junior from Nyack, the team that Chestnut Hill nearly beat on Saturday to get their first win. Nyack made a shot, 8 seconds left to put him ahead. 8 seconds left in overtime, and that was the difference. Two players from Nyack on this Dominican team, E.J. Smith and Christopher Pearson, both went to Nyack High School previously. Both juniors. So under 2:20 remaining in the half. All loses it, and it's tipped. Great work by Gilmore. Forward, Smith with the dunk. E.J. Smith, 4 points in a row, and a heads-up play from the freshman Tyjon Gilmore to tip that forward. He saw his teammates streaking down the court. The three is off the mark. Looking to make it a 2-possession lead. Dominican. Smith, can he do it again? Grant, the leading scorer. Off the rim, corralled by All. And now a timeout called by Chestnut Hill with 1:33 to play in the half.
Master your future.
And we will take a quick break. We'll be right back with more action here in the opening half.
Need a pick-me-up? The Caffrey Lounge, located on the main floor of Fournier Hall, is our newly redesigned cafe on campus. Here you can enjoy your favorite caffeinated beverage or a baked good fireside and relax in a comfortable lounge chair. Brought to you by Chartwells, who reminds you to eat, learn, live.
Located 20 minutes from Center City, Philadelphia, Chestnut Hill College provides a small school experience with many big opportunities. Our close-knit community empowers each student to become a leader in all aspects of campus life. Our faculty and staff help each student achieve the right balance of academics, athletics, student life, and career development. For more information on Chestnut Hill College, schedule a visit at one of our upcoming information sessions or register for our open house. Visit www.chc.edu/visit.
Back here at Sorgenti Arena in Philadelphia, I'm Corey Cohen with you for this broadcast. It is 32-29, Chestnut Hill trailing. They've got the ball here. Underneath with Evans. Double teamed. And he loses it. Picked up by Tyjon Gilmore. He's had a great defensive game. Grant is covered. Here's Gilmore. Now Garcia. Step back, the pass. Gilmore out to Brimma. Now E.J. Smith off the front of the rim. Under a minute to play in the opening half. Isaac puts his head down, scores, and one. Demetrius Isaac with a huge play. 38.1 seconds remaining in the half. And he's got a chance to tie the game right here. It's a three-point play for Isaac. And we are all tied up at 32 apiece here in the final seconds of the opening half. About 7 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock. Grant being chased down, double teamed, has to dribble around the court. Nice heads up, extra pass from Garcia. And Garcia comes away with it, but it's a held ball. Possession arrow will give that to the Griffins. Or excuse me, that will stay with Dominican. It's the baseline inbound play coming up now. Still 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Off the rim, misses. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Demetrius Isaac. 3 seconds to go, a deep two. Isaac scores, gives Chestnut Hill the lead right before the half. And now the Griffins head into halftime leading 34-32. A huge shot there from Demetrius Isaac to give his team a little moral boost before the intermission. They have a 2-point lead here at the end of the first half. We will take a quick break here. We'll come back, bring you all the action from the second half. But don't go anywhere, folks. We have got a great game here for you tonight. The Griffins looking for their first conference win of the season. They're up by 2 at the half. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
Why should you go back to college? Because you are ambitious, because you are determined and focused, because at Chestnut Hill College, going back means moving forward. College may not have been in your plans before, but it is now, and earning a bachelor's degree will help you reach your goals. Chestnut Hill College's School for Continuing and Professional Studies offers 13 diverse learning programs in which you can earn a degree or receive a certificate. The Accelerated Degree Programs designed focus on the adult learner and provides a holistic overview of components required in pursuit of a liberal arts degree. If you're ready to go back and move forward, visit www.chc.edu/visit to register for an information session at Chestnut Hill College's School of Continuing and Professional Studies.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the statistics for the first half of the second game of today's doubleheader. For Dominican, we're leading scorer with 9 points is number 15, Daniel Grant. Number 13, DJ Rockwell has 3 points. Number 22, Seon Charles has 4. Number 25, EJ Smith has 4. Number 4, Tyron Gilmore has 5. Number 24, Jaleel Hatcher has 2 points. Number 32, Ian Gardner has 2 points, and number 55, Fremont has 3. In the half, Dominican shot 36.4% from the field. They were 3-4-10 from long range and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. For Chestnut Hill, leading all scorers with 14 points apiece. Number 2, Demetrius Isaac, and number 24, Chris Evans. Chris Evans has 5 rebounds at the break. Number 3, Tony Coughlin has 2 points. Number 12, Levon Hall has 4. The Griffins shot 47.8% from the field. They were 2 of 4 from three-point distance and 10 for 10 from the free throw line. The first game of tonight's doubleheader was won by Chestnut Hill. 80-71 was the final score. Statistical leaders in the game. Leading scorer for Dominican was number 24, Sierra Rivera at 15 points. Number 11, Rebecca Romero at 14. Number 22, Operation Parker at 13. And number 35, Jasmine G at 12. Jasmine G was the leading rebounder for Dominican with 7. for Chestnut Hill, Jay Wildwood had 24 points and 13 rebounds. Cassie Siegel has 22 points for the Griffins, and Victor Tomas had 18. Again, the final score of the first game was Chestnut Hill 80, Dominican 71.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember to visit the official restaurant of Griffin Nation. It's just a short trip down Germantown Pike to Burningham's Pub in Lafayette Hill. Join us today after the game.
The second half is about to get underway here from Sorgenti Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this thrilling second part of our doubleheader here at Chestnut Hill College. I'm Corey Cohen with you for the broadcast. We saw in the first game the women of Chestnut Hill defeated Dominican in a huge game for Jada Wildgoose, who's incredibly close to joining the 1,000-point club. And now the men, who this game might have been maybe a blowout. Dominican, a team coming in 12-4 on the season, 6-1 in conference. Chestnut Hill 1-14 on the year, 0-8 in conference. And yet the Griffins had a huge first half, and they are up by 2 points entering this second half of play. You take a look at some of the team stats. Field goal percentage is the main difference when you look at these two teams. Dominican shooting 36.4%, Chestnut Hill 47.8%. And Dominican, a team that is focused on the three-point ball, they went 3 for 10. Chestnut Hill went 2 for 4. So if you're a Griffins fan, watch out if the Chargers, as there we see a shot and one. Good for Tony Toplin Jr. If the Chargers get things going from long range, they could be dangerous because they are a team that loves to shoot the three. They were just 3 for 10 from long range in the first half, so keep an eye out on that. Again, I'm Corey Cohen with you for the broadcast here. It is now 37-32. Dominican, the traveling team, wearing red uniforms, heading now from the left to the right of your screen. Chestnut Hill wearing the home whites. Same starters in the first half, now in the second half. A jump shot, Seyon Charles, air ball, and the possession will stay with Dominican. Underneath, Grant has it knocked away. He's frustrated by that on the break. Isaac loses it, and with no foul, that was last touch off of Isaac. It's Dominican possession. Demetrius Isaac having a huge first half with 14 points. Chris Evans also with 14 points. They are the two leaders in points per game for the Griffins. The two for the Chargers this season have been Grant and Rodwell, as there's an air ball on the three. Grant had a big first half with 9 points. Rodwell pretty quiet with just 3. Dominican still scoreless this half, a little over a minute in. Knocked away. Great defense from Grant. And now a foul called against the Griffins. That's called against all. His third, and he will take a seat on the bench in favor of Cartier Talford. Here's Rodwell and Grant, the two leading scorers, both averaging 15.5 points per game this season. Grant, the one-hander, an incredible move by Daniel Grant, disregarding the physical contact and going straight to the hole. He has been unbelievable tonight. So here's Demetrius Isaac, screen set by Toplin. Out to Evans. The pull-up J. That's good for Cartier Talford. Over 2 minutes into this second half. Grant, now Garcia. Some room for Rodwell, back out. Grant, head down, shoots, and he's fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2. Grant with 11 points, chance to get a couple more. He's also got 3 assists and 3 rebounds. He's got the best average stat line of the entire Chargers team this year. 15.5 points per game, 3.6 assists per game, 5.3 rebounds per game. (39-35). Here's Talford. Screen set by Toplin Jr. Talford driving. The one-hand runner is off. Garcia. Two-hand pass to Rodwell. Over the head of Grant. On the pass across the court. Just under 17 minutes and 20 seconds to play here. Chestnut Hill still holding a lead. Big basket from Isaac put the Griffins up by 2 heading into halftime at the final moments of the first half. 10 on the shot clock. Evans with the jumper. Swish! Chris Evans. He had a huge first half, 14 points and 5 rebounds. And now adds to that. E.J. Smith. He's fouled, and now E.J. Smith will head to the line to shoot 2.
E.J. Smith will shoot 2 free throws.
Smith, a junior from Nyack, New York. And that falls. Misses the second offensive board for Grant. Smith. The one-hander is no good. Another offensive board. Grant with a huge finish going up against the big fella, Chris Evans. Dominican, the second best team currently in the CACC, only behind Bloomfield at 8-0. The next game for Chestnut Hill will be at Bloomfield on Saturday. That'll be a tough one. And so the Griffins looking for their first win of the conference schedule. 2 of their last 3 games they took to overtime, couldn't quite scratch out a victory. Can they do it against one of the top teams in the conference? High degree of difficulty. Well, they've looked pretty good tonight. The only team remaining in the CACC yet to win a conference game. It's stripped away from Isaac. The forward bounce pass blocked by Evans, but a foul. The fans here are frustrated, looked clean, but the ref called a foul against Evans. 4th team foul, and now Sean Charles, the junior out of Staten Island, is at the line to shoot 2. Too strong on the first. Just under 16 minutes remaining in regulation. Offensive foul called against Dexter Thompson, and he hit the ground hard. You could hear a big thud from here, and he's upset about that one with the physical beating he took there, that he was charged with the foul. Now Rich Dean Jr. into the game for the Griffins. Seon Charles cannot finish, and it's corralled by Roman Letterlow. Stripped away. Nearly some points off a turnover. Instead, that's another foul. And Dominican again will head to the line. This time it'll be DJ Rodwell. Already 16 fouls against Chestnut Hill. 15 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the half. First shot misses. Rodwell to make this a 1-point game. (41-40). Dominican has been reinvigorated with energy, and plenty of fouls from the Griffins have not helped them. Number 2 on number 2 here. Isaac, brought to his knees, is able to pass out of it. The 3, a little too strong. Somehow kept in play, and it's a foul called against the Chargers. Shocked there was no whistle earlier, either from foul or a player just going out of bounds. From the angle we've got over here at the scorer's table. The drive, the extra pass, another offensive foul. This time against Cartier Talford. That is the 7th team foul, which puts Dominican into the bonus. With just under 15 minutes remaining in the half, they're going to start heading to the free throw line. And that's the 7th team foul, which I believe should have put them at the line for the bonus. Not sure why that didn't happen. Regardless, Dominican with the ball now. Drive from Grant. Passes out of it. The no-look pass from Garcia, a little miscommunication. Gardner started to drive. And now it is Chestnut Hill ball, 14.5 to play. Step back jumper from Tony Toplin Jr. is good for 2. Back to a 3-point lead for the Griffins. For 3, DJ Rodwell. He started to heat up. Seven points for Rodwell. Getting closer to his season average. Failed steal attempt from Grant. Talford cannot make him pay for it. Rodwell on the other end. Passes out. Garcia. Too strong, and it's corralled by Toplin Jr. All tied up at 43 apiece. Just over 13 minutes to play here in Philly. Chestnut Hill looking for their first win in the CACC this year. Pass to the corner. The 3 is good. Liban All. Or excuse me, that was Rich Dean Jr. The freshman from Ben Salem over in Bucks County with a huge corner 3. Ball is lost. It's a scrum. Dominican out of bounds, and it'll be Griffin's basketball. As Seon Charles got a piece of it and rolled just over the baseline. Now MJ Richardson checking in. So here's Demetrius Isaac. Underneath to Evans. A foul called against Seon Charles. That's his third. Charles and Gardner both have 3, along with Dexter Thompson and LeBron All for Chestnut Hill. Approaching 12 minutes remaining in regulation. The inbound to Evans. Creates space. Got a little push there on Donnell Hill, got away with it. Hillnell didn't have his feet planted or anything, no charge. And Evans with a big finish. Grant nearly lost it. Here's Rodwell. Dominican trailing by 5. Now Rodwell nearly lost it. 7 on the shot clock. In the corner, Richardson had a foot out of bounds. It's another turnover against Dominican. That's been the biggest problem for Chestnut Hill today. They've had 17 turnovers compared to Dominican's 10. But it's plagued Dominican just in the past couple possessions. The bank shot, good for Isaac. A foul away from the ball. And actually not a foul, just a whistle. Things were getting a little scrappy. Ref wanted to slow things down. 3 from the top of the arc, off the back iron, and a whistle. Now called against Roman Letterlow, who is sort of shaking off the ref's call. And his head coach, Jesse Balser, yelled, "Don't get a technical, stay in line." So Letterlow backed off. But now Richardson at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And he makes the first. Makes them both. Here's Isaac. Under 11 minutes remaining. Now in regulation, a 5-point lead. A 3 from Evans. Rattles out. Gardner with the board. Outside. Rodwell, Richardson. 12 on the shot clock. Gardner, the jumper. Off the rim. Rebound loose off the head of Cartier Talford. But the Griffins come away with it. A foul away from the ball called against Grant. And he's not sure what the foul is there. And a timeout called by Chestnut Hill. with 10 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with all the action here in the second half between Chestnut Hill and Dominican.
Located 20 minutes from Center City, Philadelphia, Chestnut Hill College provides a small school experience with many big opportunities. Our close-knit community empowers each student to become a leader in all aspects of campus life. Our faculty and staff help each student achieve the right balance of academics, athletics, student life, and career development. For more information on Chestnut Hill College, schedule a visit at one of our upcoming information sessions or register for our open house. Visit www.chc.edu/visit.
50-45 is the score, with just under 10 and a half to play here in regulation. I'm Corey Cohen with you live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Chestnut Hill College looking for their first win of the conference season. They are 0-8 in CACC play. Can they do it against one of the top teams in the conference, Dominican, sitting at 6-1, 12-4 overall? They've had a great game thus far. A whistle. Shot clock didn't start, so the ref stopped the clock here. The officials in this game are James Ostwald, John Layton, and Thomas Carr III. So about 9 seconds came off the clock, but the shot clock didn't start on time. A little bit more than that, so now the shot clock reads 17 on the inbound play here from Dean Jr. Evans, the deep two. That's a three! Chris Evans with his foot just behind the line. The big fella out of Norristown with a huge game thus far. Up to 21 points. He's averaging 12.6 per game. The runner, no good. Forward pass. Talford cannot finish. The unfriendly roll off the rim. Past the midway point here in the second half, and it will stay with Dominican. Tony Toplin Jr. checks back in. Evans will take a seat. Again, he has had a monstrous game thus far. Already a season high for Evans after that three. Out to Gardner. 8 on the shot clock. The pull-up jumper is no good, and a one-handed board for Letterlow. Talford misses, and the putback is no good. Gardner with the rebound. The three off the rim, and that foul called against Dominican. So for a while, there were a bunch of straight fouls against Chestnut Hill. Now there are a bunch of straight fouls against the Chargers. 4th personal foul called against Gardner. Underneath, the pass to Toplin. Can't find the bottom of the net. Charles, the spin move, the cut, pass out. 8 minutes remaining. Up and under. It's good from MJ Richardson, and a timeout called from the Dominican bench. We'll take a quick break. Under 8 minutes to play here. Plenty of great action still to go. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got some basketball for you in the final minutes of this game coming right up.
Looking to take time out for a snack? The Griffin's Den is an a la carte cafe located on the ground floor of Fournier Hall. Stop by to check out the many food and beverage options to enjoy while watching the game in Sorgeni Arena. You can quench your thirst with a water or Gatorade and satisfy your appetite with anything ranging from a soft pretzel to a slice of pizza to a sandwich. Brought to you by Chartwells, who reminds you to eat, learn, live.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the game, Chestnut Hill College invites you to the official restaurant of Griffin Nation. Just take a short trip down Germantown Pike for plenty of good food, drink, and fun at Brittingham's Pub in Lafayette Hill.
Back with you here, 7 minutes, 49 seconds remaining. I'm Corey Cohen with you, live from Sorgenti Arena on the campus of Chestnut Hill College here in Philadelphia. Chestnut Hill with a 6-point lead. They break the full court pressure. Evans. That's an offensive foul. Seyon Charles set his feet. Got the push off. He's happy about it. Offensive foul, so it does not send Dominican to the line. The three from Richardson. That cannot fall, and the foul looked like before the rebound called against Isaac. Now that's on Dexter Thompson. And that's Thompson's fourth. Thompson's got 4, All has 3, and Evans now has 3. For Dominican, Gardner has 4, Charles has 3. Rodwell, 2 fouls to go along with 7 points and 2 boards. He's at the line to shoot 2, as now they are in the double bonus. 10 team fouls, and he misses the front end. Talford enters the game. Thompson will have a seat. Five-point lead for Chestnut Hill. The 0-8 team against the 6-1 team. And the Griffins looking to make this a huge underdog victory. In the corner, the 3 is tipped. Blocked by Garcia. Garcia on the other end is fouled before the shot. Though it doesn't matter, he still will head to the line to shoot 2. Whether it's a shooting foul or a blocking foul. So here's Garcia. Again, the only player on Dominican not from the New York City tri-state area. Misses the first. Most of the players from New York, 2 from Jersey, 1 from Connecticut. And then you've got Jonathan Garcia from Springfield, Massachusetts. 6.5 to play. 4-point lead for Chestnut Hill. Isaac is pressured. Evans driving the baseline, loses the ball. It's corralled by Talford. 8 on the shot clock. Isaac loses it, kept in play. Travel called against Sayon Charles. And so it'll come right back, Chestnut Hill possession with a fresh shot clock. Just 6 minutes remaining in regulation. Evans makes the jumper, up to 23 points for the senior out of Norristown. The pull-up J from Grant. He's been quiet this half, sitting at 14 points. The three, on the other end, it's good for Cartier Talford, the junior from Reading. Gives Chestnut Hill their largest lead of the second half, 58-49. Here's Grant. The leading scorer on the team. Rodwell, though, for three. Both of them came into this game averaging 15.5 points per game. Grant played better in the first half, but Rodwell starting to catch up. 14 points for Grant, 11 for Rodwell. Back to a two-possession game. That misses. The rebound collected by Richardson. 4.5 to go. Richardson. That's a foul. Chestnut Hill hoping it was perhaps a charge, but it is a defensive foul. And a timeout called over on the Chestnut Hill bench. 4:29 to play. It is a 6-point contest, about to be a little bit closer. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a great finish coming up for you right here, live from Sorgenti Arena.
Celebrating 90 years of tradition and risk, Chestnut Hill College is a 4-year co-ed Catholic college. Chestnut Hill College offers over 36 majors of study, 20 Division II athletic teams, and an ever-growing study abroad program. With a student-to-faculty ratio of 11-to-1, a career development office dedicated to finding our students internships and employment, and numerous combined bachelor's and master's degree programs. Why wouldn't you want to learn more? To schedule a personal visit or to register for one of our open houses, go to chc.edu/visit.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember to visit the official restaurant of Griffin Nation. It's just a short trip down Germantown Pike to Birmingham's Pub in Lafayette Hill. Join us today after the game.
Four minutes, 29 seconds remaining here. 58-52 is the score. Chestnut Hill a few minutes away, perhaps, from earning their first conference win of the season, just their second overall win on the year. They've come close. 2 of their last 3 games, they went into overtime. Most recently on Saturday, they hosted Nyack. Lost by just 2 with a go-ahead shot from the visitors with 8 seconds remaining in OT. Chestnut Hill hoping to finally get over the hump and get that win. They've got a high degree of difficulty. They're playing one of the top teams in the CACC. In fact, the team with the second best record in conference. Dominican sitting at 6-1, 12-4 overall. Both shots good. It's a 4-point game. That shot, good. Tony Tomplin Jr. banks it home for 2. Back up to a 6-point margin, under 4 minutes to play. This game coming right down to the wire. Grant driving, spins, he's fouled. Four fouls now on Telford. Gardner comes back into the game with 4 fouls to his name. (60-56). This game very well could be won by Dominican from the free throw line. That is given away. The pass from Telford too far across the court. It's now Chargers ball. They trail by 4. Any foul puts them at the line for 2 free throws. Now Thompson comes back in, the junior out of Providence, Rhode Island. He's got 4 fouls. And you can't disregard the possibility that this one could go into overtime. So you don't want a player to foul out if you need him for a few extra minutes. It's tipped back out to Gardner. Richardson in a crowded lane, fouled. And now Richardson can make this a 1-possession game. MJ Richardson, just a freshman out of Hackensack, New Jersey, studying business management. Makes the first. Makes both of them. It is a 2-point game, 60-58, with just 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. We have got a great finish coming for you, folks. Timeout called by Coach Balser. Wise with his teammate trapped on the sideline. 3 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in this one. We will take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with the exciting finish.
Why should you go back to college? Because you are ambitious, because you are determined and focused, because at Chestnut Hill College, going back means moving forward. College may not have been in your plans before, but it is now, and earning a bachelor's degree will help you reach your goals. Chestnut Hill College's School for Continuing and Professional Studies offers 13 diverse learning programs in which you can earn a degree or receive a certificate. The Accelerated Degree Programs design focus on the adult learner and provides a holistic overview of components required in pursuit of a liberal arts degree. If you're ready to go back and move forward, visit www.chc.edu/visit to register for an information session at Chestnut Hill College's School of Continuing and Professional Studies.
We're back here, 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in this game between Chestnut Hill and Dominican. I'm Corey Cohen with you for the broadcast. This is a doubleheader here at Chestnut Hill College. The first game saw the women of Chestnut Hill defeat Dominican. Can the men do it? Higher degree of difficulty here as the Chestnut Hill men's team has struggled mightily this year, still without a conference win. Dominican has been great all season long. It's a steal taken away by Jonathan Garcia. Just took the ball right out of Isaac's hands. Under 3 minutes remaining. Dominican trailing by 2. Grant, the pull-up three. No good. And it's collected by Rich Dean Jr. 2.5 minutes in regulation. Dean, the hook is off. It's collected by Grant. 2-on-2. Grant slows it down, though. Plenty of time here. It's about who's the most efficient at the end. Garcia, now Rodwell. DJ Rodwell can't finish. Out of bounds, last touch off of the Chargers. It's knocked out. Dominican ball. It's a turnover. And now a timeout called on the Dominican sideline. This one coming right down to the end, folks. Don't go anywhere. We have got an exciting finish. 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here between Chestnut Hill and Dominican.
Being a Griffin means playing for the love of the game in a community that supports you every step of the way, from opening tip to the playoff push. At Chestnut Hill College, an NCAA Division II institution where the values of sportsmanship, service, and resourcefulness are at the forefront of our athletic programming. We truly know and fully embrace what it means to be a student athlete. As a student athlete on one of our 20 intercollegiate athletic teams, you'll be valued as a unique individual by our faculty and coaching staff who are here to help you pursue your athletic passions while working towards your degree. For more information, please visit www.chc.edu or www.griffinathletics.com.
Final 2 minutes and 2 seconds coming up here live from Sorgenti Arena on the campus of Chestnut Hill College. I'm Corey Cohen with you for the broadcast. It has been an exciting doubleheader. Just about ready to wrap things up here. It's a 2-point lead for the Griffins, looking for their first win in conference play. Rodwell. Now Grant in the lane. The extra pass. No good. Evans with some brilliant defense from behind. Stopped the 2 points from Sayon Charles. 95 seconds to play. A 2-point lead for the Griffins. Here's the leading scorer, Demetrius Isaac. Pass out to Evans. He's been huge tonight, 23 points, a career game. Back to Isaac, 9 on the shot clock. Nearly taken away. It's loose, now taken away by Gardner. Forward to Rodwell, 2-on-2. Kept in play, Evans has it. Now it's 3-on-2 going the other way. The jumper from Isaac. Rattles out, no good, under a minute to play. We are coming in for a landing, folks. This one set to have a thrilling finish. 60-58, Chestnut Hill leads, looking for their first CACC win. MJ Richardson off the bench. He's blocked by Evans. It's loose. Is that a held ball? Who's got it? It is a held ball. The possession arrow points towards Dominican. And a timeout called by Coach Clinton of the Chargers here in his 27th season with Dominican College. Pretty incredible what he's been able to accomplish there. And it looks like it's going to be another good season for the Chargers. Again, they've started 12-4 overall, 6-1 in the CACC. However, this could be a tough loss for them. Chestnut Hill looking for their first victory of the conference schedule. Can they get it? They've played an excellent game up until now. The Griffins, though, still with 36.9 seconds remaining. An exciting finish set here at Sorgenti Arena, live from Philadelphia. Corey Cohen with our entire crew bringing you this broadcast. What has been thoroughly entertaining throughout. Now a baseline inbound coming up for Dominican. Looking for some late game heroics. Grant, the extra pass, the finish, and one! Count it from Seyon Charles, the junior out of Staten Island. And he was fouled. A foul against Tony Toplin Jr., his fourth. Now Charles at the line with the chance to give the Chargers the lead. He can't do it. Rebound brought in by Toplin, the man that fouled him. 2 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock. It is tied at 60 apiece. And a timeout called by Coach Balser. 16.6 to go. Tied at 60. And Chestnut Hill in a brutal scoring drought. They cannot seem to close this one out, as they were up 60 to 53. Or excuse me, 60 to 54 with 4 minutes remaining. And since then, they have failed to score. That was a layup with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining from Toplin Jr. Put Chestnut Hill up with a 6-point advantage, and since then they've been stuck at 60 points. They need to go to something in their playbook where they know they can score and then just play tight defense and not foul. Because this scoring drought from Chestnut Hill might keep them from winning a game if they can't get a big offensive play here. A 6-0 run from Dominican in the last 4 minutes of this game has tied this one up at 60 apiece. 16.6 seconds remaining. The final seconds of this contest. The inbound to Demetrius Isaac. Just 9 on the shot clock. Isaac driving. He's fouled on the runner with 7.7 remaining on the clock. That is the 7th team foul, puts Chestnut Hill into the bonus, and Isaac will go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. He absolutely has to make the first. Or excuse me, no, it is a 2-point opportunity. It was a shooting foul. Any blocking fouls from here on out, that puts them into the bonus. And now a timeout called over on the Chargers sideline. Notice just before the timeout, Seyon Charles was getting the women's team, which is still here. They're all going to travel back up to New York together after this game, and was having them get into it, try to make a bunch of noise, hoping that Isaac would miss the second free throw. Trying to make this a little bit of a hostile environment here at home for the senior Demetrius Isaac. So 7.7 seconds remaining. And this one is completely coming down to the wire. Again, still the possibility this could go into overtime. You look at Chestnut Hill, they've got 2 players with 4 fouls each, Dexter Thompson and Cartier Talford. Over on the Dominican side, Ian Gardner has 4 fouls. So you don't want to see a player foul out if you need him for overtime. Both teams looking, though, to win it here in regulation. Chestnut Hill has been plagued a little bit by overtime. 2 of their last 3 games they've gone to OT. They still have not managed to get a win. The second shot from Demetrius Isaac to give Chestnut Hill the lead. He does it. Substitution now brings Dexter Thompson back into the game. The final seconds, 3 to go. Grant, no foul called. It misses. That's it. Chestnut Hill gets their first win of the conference schedule. A 61-60 victory for the Griffins. And Chestnut Hill is no longer the only team in the CACC without a victory. Their first win in the Central Athletic Collegiate Conference comes against one of the top teams in the CACC. Dominican now just falls to 6-2 after this defeat, but a big win for Chestnut Hill. Still a tough season, but they now improve to 2-14, 1-8 in conference. A huge win for the Griffins. You see Demetrius Isaac now just in front of the scorers table, was incredibly excited, thrilled that his team broke through the barrier. This was their past 3 games, 2 of them went into overtime. They couldn't get the win. This time they got over the hump, they got the victory, and they are now no longer winless in the Central Athletic Collegiate Conference. A big win for the Griffins, led by Chris Evans with 23 points and 6 rebounds, and Demetrius Isaac with 16 points and 7 assists. So that will just about do it for this broadcast. Again, Chestnut Hill earning their first win of the conference schedule. They are now 2-14, 1-8 in the CACC. Dominican falls to 12-5, 6-2 in the Central Athletic Collegiate Conference. Chestnut Hill has broken the streak. They got the first win of the conference schedule. We want to thank you so much for tuning in, whether it was just for this game or both parts of our doubleheader. It was a huge day for the Griffins. The women's basketball team got the win. Now the men's basketball team with a huge underdog victory. Thank you so much for joining us one final time from the entire crew here at Chestnut Hill College. For our executive producer, Greg Gornick, I'm Corey Cohen, signing off from Philadelphia.